Hello everybody, this is the thejonnymar, and welcome back to my playthrough of Final Fantasy VI Advance, the Dragon's Den. So last time we finished up with the last of the 8 dragons. So now all of the elemental dragons have been destroyed, which means our path to the final encounter in this dungeon is set for us. But before we do that, let's put in the inscription that we found on those tombstones. So first we want to put in Thek, then Ingo, then Fadra, and it spells out the King of Dragons. Vomit? No. But it does take us to a special area that'll allow us to access some extra chests that have some pretty good items in them. So let's show that off. First we'll get an elixir. And down here we have a door that I do not know how to access, but I'm hoping in this episode we'll figure out how to do it. And now we have to do a little bit of backtracking because the rest of it is to the left up here. So let's get a phoenix down. And then we'll head inside after traversing some more stairways. And I'm checking around here to see if there are any hidden switches or anything. Obviously, I don't know how to get into that door. Looked like there was a switch you had to throw in order to open it, but I'm not exactly sure how to do that. So I'm just being very thorough this time to make sure I don't miss anything. So I don't know how to get over there to get that chest either. But let's head inside. And now we're going to have some teleporters that we can use. Assuming there's nothing else for us to grab. And I don't think there are any hidden passages or anything, so let's just use our teleporter here. Alright, so we have 2 monsters in a box over here, as well as a couple of items. Let's head down and to the right. So first we get a bone wrist. I have no idea what that is. We get another ribbon. And our first monster in a box. This might look familiar to Final Fantasy vets. It is a homage to Final Fantasy IV and the Plague Battle. And similarly to that battle, it does cast Doom on all of our characters, which will slowly kill us. That reaches 0. The first time I fought this guy, I cast Re-Raise on everybody, which worked, but then he starts whipping out some death spells, including some party death spells, so there's really no reason to. He's only got about 30,000 hit points, so just kill him as quickly as possible. And you should be able to beat him before the timers get all the way down to 0. And that was the strategy in Final Fantasy IV as well. Although he can be a real pain in that game because he will cast haste on your party members, which makes the little timer go faster. Uh-oh, that's gonna kill Mog if this doesn't kill him. But luckily it did. And we get the Angel Brush. Awesome. And now in this chest is a long and tedious battle. It is with a Welch, or Ymir clone, similar to the one that we fought in Daryl's Tomb. So we can't use our multi-party attacks here. We're going to have to use individual attacks, and we can't use Saban's blitzes because they're randomly determined. So I'm just going to be using Flare over and over and over again. So this is going to take quite a while. He has quite a few hit points, and annoyingly, his shell cannot be damaged. If you try to attack it, it will just do 0 damage, and then it will do an instant kill attack. And it also casts White Rain, or White Wind, or Pearl Wind, or whatever you want to call it, which will restore 10,000 hit points to both parts. So yeah, very annoying. And like the Welch and Ymir, it will pull its head in and force you to attack if you have any queued up attacks, the shell. So I am going to slowly wear him down, and eventually I will beat him. Here's the White Wind. But it's going to take a while, so I'm going to cut ahead, of course. And once I do beat him off, or kill him, then I will come back and we will see what we get by beating him. But in the meantime, let's continue to wear. Flare, 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 over and over again. I really wish Celeste's runic was more useful. It just doesn't work very well. And I'm not sure what his attacks do. Come on, die. Please. Please die. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ugh. These battles of endurance. Alright, so what do we get? Gungnir. Oh, that's a spear, I think. Is that for Mog? Yeah. I guess. Useful. I'll equip that. And I did get a couple other things. So let's equip some other weapons that we got recently. Show you off that Zwill crossblade. Pretty helpful. Now Locke can avoid magic at 100%. That's pretty awesome. The Zanmato, also useful. And then we got the Angel Brush too, so let's see how that does for Realm. Yeah, that's worth it. Increased her speed too. That's pretty cool. But alright, let us continue onward and see if we can find another switch or something to allow us to access those other chests. This is kind of where I got to a dead end. If you continue to take the transporters, you eventually get to a dead end. So my hope is that we will find how to get to those other chests this time. Let's head down here. There's a Stardust Rod. I think that is for... Is that for Strago, maybe? Let's see. Yeah. Alright. So we'll stick that on him. Not super useful, but it does increase his magic, so that's helpful, I guess. Although we're probably not going to use him anymore. I've got my team set up pretty well. And nothing going on down here. But I'm still going to check and make sure there's no secret doors or anything. Alright, let's take this teleporter. Nothing going on over here. Doesn't look like it. Alright. One more side, and then... let's take the teleporter. Okay. It kind of looks like you should be able to go under like some awnings here, but it doesn't seem like it. So this is the last teleporter up here. And that'll take us to a dead... Oh, for Christ's sake, there's a door right here. I completely missed that last time. And another ribbon. Awesome. We have like 8 of them now. Oh, we're gonna have to bring another party over. Alright. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, so I came over here with Edgar's party and switched it up, so now I have Mog over here, and so we can see if there's anything going on in this room. I would imagine there is, because there's a couple more chests, as you can see right there, that we have to get. So let's head up and get them. What do we got? Genji glove? Monster in a box. I don't know what this is. Oh man, Flan Princesses. Well, that's a little homage to Final Fantasy IV as well. The pink puffs. Although they're not giving us the crazy chocobo music. It doesn't look like they're berserking us either. But yeah, that's the fight where you get the tail that lets you get the adamant armor, which is the best armor in Final Fantasy IV. We'll see if these guys are any as difficult as those are. That's a tough fight. Doesn't look like it so far. I missed the music. I'm just getting the normal boss music here. You guys gonna do anything or just stand there and kind of give us a creepy look? Well, that's not good. Oh, well, maybe they're all dead. That would be nice. Okay, there we go. What do we get? A level, another level, and some O word weapon. I don't think we have a new weapon for Shadow yet. Here it is. Ninja Blade. Shines silver like the moon. Ah, pretty nice. And I wonder what that bone wrist is. Like I said, I don't know what it is. I wasn't able to find it in my inventory before after we picked it up. Now the bone wrist in other games was a accessory you could equip. So I'm guessing it's either an armor or a relic. And thinking about it, it might be for Umaro actually. With the whole bone Sasquatch thing, you know. But again, it wasn't in my relics before. Wait a minute, there it is. Yeah, it's for Umaro. Huh. That's nice. So I think the only thing we haven't found is something for Gao. Let's throw this on Shadow. Wow, that's nice. These ultimate weapons are pretty cool. So any more chests? Crystal orb. Woo. Not very useful. But looks like there was an area over here. And what is this? A dueling mask. Huh. So I'm wondering if that's for Gao. It's probably a helmet. There it is. Rouses one's fighting spirit. Wow, it halves all elements. That's nice. And gives a stat boost. Okay. Obviously, because Gao and Umaro cannot equip weapons. Well, that's not true. Umaro can equip the Bone Club. And if you give him a Genji glove, he can actually equip 2 of them. But I think that's it, actually. I'm not sure there's anything else. So I think we have completely plundered the Dragon's Den. So what I'm going to do is head back towards the castle area, of course. And we do have the Mog charm on, the Moogle charm. Because now we have to start making our way towards the final boss of this area. And so what we have to do is head over here and activate a switch, and then we're going to have to bring Edgar's party all the way back here to go up the middle there. So I will meet you guys back here again in a little bit. Alright, so we have Edgar's party ready to head up the middle pathway here. And there are 3 switches we have to throw in order to get to the final boss of this area. So this is one of the switches. So I'll have to activate 2 of the switches with my extra parties, and then we will actually take on the boss with Mog's party. So now we have to head back to the save room area with Locke's party. And then we have to go through one more little area where we're going to have to hit some switches to let that party get up and hit their switch. If that all makes sense. I think so. But we need Locke to give us a pathway here. Come on. We're getting old here. Wasting time. So let's head backwards. We're going to have to activate those double switches again that we used before. That's pretty cool. We are done with the Dragon's Den, essentially. Just the final boss to go. About 5 episodes so far, so we should be able to finish him off in the next episode. And I will be able to say I've beaten the Dragon's Den for the first time. And I think I've mentioned before, but I've heard rumors that once you beat the final boss, there's actually another kind of hidden boss that takes over his place in the middle of the dungeon that you can fight. So once I'm done with this, we'll have to check that out and see if that's true or not. And if it is, And obviously I will show you guys that boss battle too. But that's for another episode. For now, we're just trying to hit those switches. So we'll use our Mog party to head in here. It'll activate a switch. It'll make a little pathway for Locke's party. Right there. So we'll head north. We're gonna have to hook around and get into numerous random encounters that you guys aren't seeing. The encounter rate is ridiculous in here. Even with the charm bangle / ward bangle on, I'm getting into a fight like every 5 steps. It's pretty crazy. But up here is where the second switch is. And once we step on that with Locke, we do not have to worry about random encounters anymore. Alright, awesome. As you saw that switch, the other switch over to a warp point. So now, what I'm going to do is head back to a save point with Mog. I'm going to re-equip my party members. And then we will head towards the last boss encounter. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so I outfitted my party in preparation for the final boss encounter. I have taken him on once already, so I do have a sense of his attacks. He likes to use Meltdown or Murton. So I have fire resistance on all my characters. He also likes to use Quake. So I have the Gaia armor, or Gaia gear, on Mog and Sabin. And I have the Paladin shield on Celeste, or Terra, one of the two. Then I'm going to equip the Cherub Down or Angel Wings on the other person. And then I'm going to use Golem, and that'll protect us from pretty much everything he's got. And in my next episode, we will take on the Kaiser Dragon. As always, viewers, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. So long.